Episode 93, and we head over to South America and take a look at the maned wolf. Now, forget everything you thought you knew about wolves because almost none of it applies here. Skillful predator? If you're a fruit, sure. Strong pack bonds? If you count ticks. Graceful yet intimidating visage? I mean, as intimidating as knee-highs and red hair can be. But before you get the idea I'm talking smack on the maned wolf, let's get into a very interesting history lesson about them. Now, I do feel like I've gone over the general overview of canine evolution plenty over the past 2 years of me making videos, so I'll just hit you with the cliff notes. The oldest known dog is from 40 million years ago in what is now North America. An animal known as Prohesperocyon. And as the canines split off into groups like the vulpes or foxes, and canis, like pretty much dogs, wolves, and a whole bunch of other things, this animal would come from the lesser known Chrysocyron, or golden dog genus. Meaning, this is not a wolf, technically speaking. It's also not a fox, despite their similar color scheme to the red fox. And while still distant, they share a family tree with the crab-eating fox and Andean fox. Both are actually not foxes either, but their closest living relative is actually the bush dog, which you can learn about here in this video. Though their closest relative that we know of is extinct. We do have records of them, however, and this would be the Wara, or the Falkland Island wolf, an animal that went extinct in 1876 due to, unironically, being too trusting of humans. Can't make this shit up, people. The Falklands wolf and the maned wolf were thought to have split roughly 7 to 6 million years ago, and today the maned wolf is the largest native canine in all of South America at 44 to 66 pounds, and standing at the haunches at roughly 43 inches tall. They're also the only animal extinct or alive to truly be in the genus Chrysoceron. Now, the animal can be found in parts of South America known as the Corrido. I'm sorry, I struggle to roll my R's. I get it, I'm a bad Latino. But this consists of parts of Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Peru, and Uruguay. Though they are mostly extinct in the latter nation. As stated before, the golden dog is omnivorous, very much capable of eating meat, as the local chicken farmers had learned the hard way, but they are also quite fond of fruit. As a matter of fact, the Solanum lycocarpium got its name from how much the maned wolf likes it. And if you don't know Latin, its name literally translates to wolf apple. Culturally speaking, it has a lot of spiritual significance, mostly as a harbinger of bad news. Now, don't get it twisted, they aren't seen as causing bad things to happen. They're seen as a warning that something has already happened. But they are also known as a force of balance in the spiritual sense. Something that will ward off bad things that overstay their welcome or introduce them to hardship when people get a little bit too cocky. Interestingly, this had led to them being hunted for different body parts to be used as good luck charms. Most commonly, the eyes, also using their pelt to make things. One story tells of mounting a saddle of wolf leather will ward away any bad luck. This is, however, not a common practice anymore, and the wolf had taken a new symbolism in the modern day: conservation. As the animal doesn't act like other wolves or coyotes, most people have no hatred for them. This has made it the official poster child of the different national parks in the Cerrado. This is also especially true for Brazil. Every nation has a mascot for wildlife conservation. China has the great panda, the US has the American bison, and Brazil's is the maned wolf. And with all that culture, we'd usually be finished. But I have time, and one more piece of culture that needs to be addressed. But it's not human culture. No, not aliens either. The leafcutter ant. Now, I imagine this came out of left field for most of you, but it's actually fitting to call this culture. You see, due to the omnivorous diet of the maned wolf, its droppings tend to spread seeds and spores, as with pretty much anything that eats fruits or nuts. But, most importantly, it makes for good fertilizer for fungi. And this is the point where I tell you that leafcutter ants have mushroom farms. Yes, ants actually cultivate mushrooms for food in underground burrows. Now, you may think, well, that's not really culture, more like symbiosis. And, while you're not wrong, consider this. If we go back to the llama video, what do I claim started the rise of civilization in the Andes? As it is hypothesized, the dung of the llama is responsible for the advent of agriculture in the area. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying we're going to see the insectoid equivalent of the Incas or Mesopotamia, but the parallels are quite something, aren't they? An animal that is the best use for things like fertilizer, causing things like agriculture to spring up, and from there, quite literally, the rest is history. Just some food for thought. And with all that said and done, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit short for how interesting this animal looks, but to be fair, it's just how it be. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. All the fun things that you know to do on YouTube. And until next time, go outside, touch grass, hug your loved ones, drink water. Bye-bye.